Some of us that are here, we don't have any skills. We don't know any. We just passed through the 4 walls of university and we read and we came here. We realized that we don't have any skill and we can't do anything.
Shoemaking job is for our aboki. Yeah, and it's so cheap in Nigeria that those guys don't even have future.
If I knew, in fact, let me tell you guys, I could have even gone to learn how to cut hair and even these nails, because man, maybe by now, you know, I would have been done paying my tuition. Who knows?
You guys are welcome again. Thank you for agreeing to this video. So let's say I am a nurse. My husband is a banker back home in Nigeria. He has his degree, everything, banking and finance, and he wants to come to the UK with me as my dependent. What kind of skills should he learn before coming? Not the kind of skills that he will learn and then he'll come here and start looking for a job. Let's say I don't want him to be a care assistant. I want him to use his own handwork. So what kind of skills should he learn before coming over?
I'm not going to start anyway. Annie, start. You are the most experienced here.
The first thing you need to look at, despite your degrees and your profession in Nigeria, when you decide to move to the UK, first you need to get this basic skill, measurement. That's the first thing you need to have. Get the best idea about measurement. Measurement in inches, measurement in meters, and then take this idea on getting to learn about interior decor. You can also get to learn about carpentry. You can get to learn about welding and fabrication. You can get to learn about, but in the case where you have come of age and you feel it's impossible to learn the basic maybe welding and fabrication or furniture and all that, I will suggest that you get the basic, which is measurement, because even when you're hired, the first point of training will be how you're conversant with measurement and how you're conversant with the use of hand tools, because basically it's not like in Nigeria where everyone, you find an artisan having to move around with some scrap tools. Here you have state-of-the-art tools and they will expect you to have the basic knowledge on the safety operations of those tools. But when you have this basic operation on the use of those modern tools and basic measurement, because there is literally nothing you can do as far as being in technical field is without measurement. It's all about measurement, and here they have zero tolerance to, you know, miscalculation or inconsistency. So when you are able to establish that you can use your measurement properly and able to reproduce the diagram as with the ask you to do, then you're good to go.
Thank you.
Just going by what he said, having a basic skill in anything you want to do, it's okay. He mentioned measurement, and that is fine. And if you're coming to the UK, you don't want to come and do care assistant job, I would suggest you probably look into, because there is high demand of forklifts and HGV or whatever they call it, drivers needed in the UK now. So if you can go into learning how to drive those things, you don't have to be a professional in it, just have the basic idea. That's why he really mentioned about basic. Here in the UK, everybody is trainable. So if you have an experience, you can say you know your way around it. Even when they employ you, they are still going to train you afresh. And especially most of the things we do here in the UK, it's mainly do it yourself. So having a basic idea of anything that you want to do, like driving, if you can drive a big lorry, you're just in the market. Another thing I think that is sellable also, it's people that go into building. So as a mason in Nigeria, if you know how to lay blocks, if you know how to do those things about building, it's just a very big deal. So if you can get that basic experience And whenever you get here, you can get that job. Doing care assistance is not just it. So if you can do that, they pay you better than someone that has a degree that is going to work in an office environment. So if you can do that, that's very good.
So let me ask a question based on what you just said now, right? So you're saying that if somebody that is a dependent can come over to the UK after learning how to just lay bricks back in Nigeria and then come over without any certificate, the person will be able to get a job. But if you are a contractor and you want to give this job out, are you going to be okay giving that job to somebody that don't have any certificates to prove that, yes, I know how to do this? Because it's a safety job now, and if anything goes wrong, then you as the contractor will be in trouble. So what do you think about that?
Yes, you can bring someone here even without having a certificate. The people that contractors, they are contractors here that can take you to work. You charge them how much you can plaster from here to here. That's it. When you are done, they give you the money, cash.
But how would they know you know it?
How would they know? How do they know about that? Is when you come. You understand? Then, if you have any black person that's a contractor here, like when I was in London, I have Azu as a contractor. He's free man. He gets a job from anybody to renovate the flat. Like here you live now. Azu will come and charge to put all these things. He now bring workers. Azu doesn't know how to put anything. He's just a contractor. Then when he brings you, he will now come and put this one. I want to just make it clear. See, if someone is coming here without having a certificate or any qualification to work for anybody, now see how it is done. My experience in London, when I get to London, I don't know anything. For example, now, there's so many Igbo people that live there in London. What I need to do to ask people, who is a Igbo contractor here that can take me to work? I plaster, I do tiling, because I don't have a pass. The person will now call me, bro, you know how to do this job? I say, okay, no problem. Or you come with me. He takes me to the site, or you plaster from here and here. I do the job and it's neat. He comes and says, this job is neat. So normally we pay people that does this job, that has certificate, £1,000 from here to here. But because you know, I will give you 800. You've started receiving money already. Do you understand the point now?
Yeah.
Let me add something there. There are two phases to scenarios. These two scenarios. You know? The first one is that safety. The second one is competence. So you find people who have the certification, they have been certified, but that is just a paper. They are not competent because this paper are issued after you've answered some basic questions. But when you go to the field, you find that it's a different ball game. So the contractor will probably hire you based on when you are able to prove the basic. Like I mentioned before, you are supposed to get the basic knowledge of measurement. So the first thing he wants to do, you are not in the field. He said, I want to lay, I have this job to lay a 100 or 1,000 square meter of maybe tiles or cover a 100 meters of plastering. Then he asks you, can you do this thing? There are certain things he will want to know. If he's an experienced contractor, first he wants to know, okay, I can. Then the first thing he wants to ask is, do you have your tools? Okay. Maybe you don't have the tools. He asks you again, what are the kind of tools you will require to get that job done? That alone will be able to separate chaff from substance. Because
probably give you a portion to just make
a
wee bit portion for you to show that you can really do this. Yeah.
Because I remember in the bus manufacturing company I work, the first thing is that you are given certain job and they said pick your tools.
Oh, that was kind of like your interview.
Yes, pick your tools. Yes. Pick your tools. They know exactly what is to be done. And they throw all the tools randomly to the floor. And said, okay, pick the tools you need. You don't go back to pick the second tools. You don't go back. So if you know what to do, you go look at the job to be done. You will know the different sizes of bolts that you will definitely have to pass through. So you will now have this at the back of your mind. Go back to the tools part and then pick up the different combinations. Once you're able to pick up the combinations, you wouldn't even have to go and do the job. You have passed. Because that alone shows you know exactly what to do.
Okay, but how can these dependents that are coming out, they don't really have this kind of information. How are they going to get the jobs? Like, is there any connection or something?
When you learn in an environment, ask questions.
Okay.
Ask questions.
So who do
there
they
is always
ask
this
questions?
question. If you're watching this video, this is the perfect place to start.
Ask question.
Take the knowledge, take the information we are passing on. Get this basic. It does no harm. No knowledge is lost. Just get the basic. The artisan you find on the street, ask some simple question. What is this measurement? 1 inch, 2 inch, 1/4, 1.5, 1/8. Just ask the basic. It's going to help you. Because these are the first thing you will start. They will not start with you. There is nowhere anybody will have to give you a job without you providing those basic. What are you going to do? They said fit 1 inch into a slot and you fit 2 inch. Or perhaps you fit 1/3. You know? I've seen a lot of bad jobs here in the UK. I've seen a lot of bad jobs. So it has to do with this kind of people that don't have the basic.
Okay, thank you.
For me, yeah, there are a couple of things I've seen. Because I think it is very peculiar. What you learn will be peculiar to where you're going to be residing. All right. Now, for I myself, I would think of the basic things we say every day. That was why I asked whether be the male or the female. For the male, I would usually recommend what? Hair cutting. If you can learn that skill before coming, it is so indispensable here. Hair cutting. You can imagine we cut hair for 15 pounds. This is my 15 pounds just to give me Gorimapa.
Yeah.
Now convert 15 pounds to Naira, my fellow Nigerians. You realize what that means.
9,000.
That's about 9,000, right?
9,000.
Cool. And that is just that. And we have males in Nigeria that fix nails, you know? Because I hear a lot of girls. I had a girlfriend once that complained about the whites fixing the nails, that they don't do it perfectly like our folks.
Yeah, that's
Do you understand that we get really innovative? How about that? Males can equally do that. It is not a gender specific hustle. And this is where this is a society where we talk about gender, equal opportunity society. So that's male, female. You cannot even attribute any, it's even an offense in the UK, to attribute any profession to a gender.
Yeah.
If I see you and say, why are you doing nursing? That's now a woman job. I can take you up. Because that is what's stereotyping.
Yeah.
And it is a very big offense here.
Yeah.
So, Nigerians, so when you're coming here, be it you, if you're the male dependent, the female dependent, please, for me, if I knew, in fact, let me tell you guys, I could have even gone to learn how to cut hair and even these nails, because men, maybe by now, I would have been done paying my tuition. Who knows? So, anyways, let me just leave those two so that every other, yes, because there are so many other points to list, but these two, hair and nails, please take this and take it to the market. Yeah.
Well, I've not spent 1 year in the UK, but I've observed many things here. I have some advice to give to those in Nigeria that are planning to come over to the UK. Back home in Nigeria, we don't lay more emphasis on skills. We just believe in going to the university to do psychology, philosophy, blah, 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 blah. But when I came over here, I realized that there are some things, there are some skills that when you know them back home and when you come here, it will give you more money. We are all here to, make money and live a better life. But with all our certificates that we came here with, we realized that we cannot even do anything with all those certificates. We just kept them somewhere. So, but there are some skills that when you learn them back home and when you come here, you make so much money from them. For example, he mentioned about barbing. When you know how to, cut hair very well, you make a whole lot of money. When I came here and I asked some friends, how do they cut their hair? They said they spend 15 pounds. I said, why would you spend such amount of money to cut your hair? And when you convert the money to Naira, you see that it is a whole lot of money. So And that is what we are doing here. We spend 15 pounds to cut our hair, and when you convert it to naira, it's so much money, and I don't know how to do it. So I just have to pay the money. So even though we that are, we that have fixed ourselves somewhere working, at the end of the day, you realize that that person that has opened a small shop and cutting people there is making money even more than me. You understand? So my advice to people in Nigeria that are planning to come here, if there is any way you can learn how to cut hair, it will give you a whole lot of money here. Then secondly, my toilet fitting was having problem at home, so I had to call my landlord. So when he came, he now called a plumber that will fix it up. So I was now discussing with this plumber that was doing the job, and I asked him, how much are they paying you? I was surprised when the plumber told me that he makes £1,000 a day. I said, do you mean? He said, yes. So can you imagine that? So my advice is this: those that are planning to come over to the UK, if you can go and learn all this plumbing stuff, when you come here, you make a whole lot of money from it. And there is another thing here, they believe in training. Even if you have all those skills back home, when you come here, you are going to pass through their training to fit into their system. You might go into like a month or 2 months or highest 3 months training, and you fit into their system. You will make a whole lot of money from it. Some of us that are here, we don't have any skills. We don't know any. We just passed through the 4 walls of university, and we read and we came here. We realized that we don't have any skill and we can't do anything. So we are just, doing our normal 12 hours job and, so for me it's rubbish. There are some skills when you learn how to cut hair, all this problem. Then another thing that I've realized here, I've been here for like 8 months and I've not seen any mechanic here. I've not seen, if my car, if I have problem with my car, I don't even know where to take my car to. So, but I feel that if you can acquire like all these mechanic skills back home, and when you come here, you pass through that training and you get maybe somewhere that you can be like assisting people to fix their car and bringing the car to order, you make a whole lot of money from it. Here, skills pay more than any other thing. When any skills that you know pays a whole lot here than in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you have skills and your skills back home will not give you anything. Now, another one is tailoring. If you have any issue with your cloth, I don't even know where to go and fix it up. You understand? And I've realized that the cost to put your cloth or the cost to put your cloth in order is even more than the cost of buying it. Mm-hmm. So skills pays. Any other thing? You can continue.
For me, I wish I had learned how to fix shoes. Yeah. We just think that shoemaking job is for our aboki. Yeah, and it's so cheap in Nigeria that those guys don't even have future. You see them as just a common shoemaker. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But over here, my dear, can you guys tell me how many shoemaking shops you've seen in this country since you came?
None.
Have you seen any?
None.
When it's spoiled.
Have you seen any?
When your shoes spoil, you paint it.
You been it.
But I've also realized that their shoes here is of high quality.
It is. So if you pay for
now when it's on
the road is not bad. We're always driving, but to be honest, if your shoes have go on. If you're having problem with your shoes, it's very expensive to fix. Though for you to go and fix your shoes, you should know that shoe is worth fixing. Yeah, I won't take my Nike that costs £70 for a repair. No. And again, he made mention of hair and nails as well. We've got a couple of things, driver, Uber driving. Yeah, Nigeria too is like normal job. Everybody wants to be a politician. Because what's on our mind is like we go there, make easy cash, and so Uber driving here is like blood money.
I just thought of something else. Yeah, something that is very also lucrative in I live anyway, viewers, this Ikenna again. Actually, I reside around the southwest of England. Yeah, Plymouth precisely. Yeah, there's something very lucrative that people run around there. And that is what? Cooking. Do you get
That's
cooking?
true.
Now let me tell you. Do you know I order a bowl of egusi soup for £90?
Can you imagine
Fancy
that?
waiting.
A bowl, a bowl.
Yeah,
Full
How
pot,
big
right?
is the bowl? Like,
most times we don't have the time, but take it or you leave it. There are people that order 4 bowls. People do shift where in a week they make about 1,000 to. There was a time I was you run consistency, you make 1-2 per week. Come on, you understand? If you get to see how these people do. There are people that they will buy egusi or they will buy 5 bowls at the same time for the entire family. That is 4 liters is measured. That's how we call it. So that's the bowl. So I buy for 90 quid. This is no joke.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 90 quid. Do you get some people? So there are some people that want to pay 110. Pocket. Some people have money, bro. Do you understand? So if you can cook, please go and if you have the skill or you think probably it's not well furnished, go and furnish your, what is it called, culinary skills. Yeah.
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 Cool.
Or learn how to do packaging.
So learn how to, that cooking is very key. And because when you come here, everything is online. Once you meet your Nigerian brothers, I cook, oh, please have my number in case.
Yeah.
You get a group. Even in that Nigerian group, you go on there. And
Exactly. Sorry, let me say this.
Okay.
I remember when we did the baby dedication and I was looking for how to get a caterer to cook. Guys, if you know how much I spent for cooking just fried rice and jollof rice, you will pity me. It was over. It was a lot.
That was a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was a lot to the point that we almost cut the whole thing off just to cook fried rice and jollof rice.
Yeah.
So guys, that's really true. If you know how to cook,
Yes.
it's going to be a very, very big advantage. And not just learning how to cook, learn how to package the cooking well. Like package it well so that when other people see it, they'll want to like contract you for other stuff.
Yes.
So-
Let me just add the last one, please. I'm so sorry. The last one, because it's very key. All right. Now, then the last one also, please. When some of us, when we are coming, please, let's pile up. Let's be saving money. Let's not think we'll come to England. We'll just see the money on the floor. Please, it will definitely give you a softer landing if you come with some money to invest, because I know. Some very good trading that can really, really help us. For instance, you go to so many places in England, they don't have African shop. How many places? Imagine if I came to England with extra £15,000. And what does it take? People don't know. It only takes you £12 to register a business in England.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just £12. Yeah, just £12 to register your business in England. And you know what that means? You have a lot of privileges. All right. You have some, even when it comes to taxation. All right, you're being considered. And also, this is even a way. All right, because we're social. This is social media. I cannot say everything, but I can tell you, register your business name is very vital here. Just £12, 12 quid. All right. So, and once you have that, what else? You can decide to even do your African shop business remotely, not having a site.
Physical store,
Yeah. People can order online. Give me Oporoko, this and this and this. You have a 3-bedroom flat. Use one to stock your African shop stuff. All right. So, but if you have whatever the case, so that's why I said just come with bar. Don't think you're just coming here to just till the soil. No, you would get frustrated very, very quickly. All right. So bring your money. All right. And another thing, lastly, before I cut out, please, when you're coming to the UK, even anywhere else you're going to, this is very key. It's very pertinent. We mentioned this. Please have a mentor. It is very key. Have a mentor. Know the right clique of people to be with. All right. It
Guys,
is very
about
key.
that, we have a Telegram group. I'm going to leave the link in the description box.
Cool.
So you see everybody here.
Cool.
They are part
So it
of
is
the Telegram
very,
group.
very
So
key
if you
because-
have more questions, just put it in the Telegram group.
So it is very important because I myself, I can tell you, I'm a direct beneficiary. Hi guys, I'm coming to the Republic of Ireland, yeah? For the very first, let me
Not
just say very,
Ireland.
sorry, I'm so sorry. So you see, I'm actually a JJC here. I don't even know where I am, but you see, I'm feeling so at home. Anyways, I mean, Northern Ireland, NI.
Yeah.
I've just been here just few hours. See these guys, see this lady. They've been awesome. You know, I've never felt this way. I mean, like, I've never felt like this in England. But so what am I saying? Please look out for the right set of folks. And please, when you're coming here, come here with clean mind, please. Because if you have a clean heart, you can legitimately make millions. You mustn't come with, please drop your this thing in Nigeria. Okay, please drop those things in Nigeria. When you come here, come, see bright people. There are people everywhere, but please be very careful, and it's very key. Meet the right clique. All right.
Okay, I guess
I'm the one who I'm still talking, isn't it?
Yeah,
All right. I'm gonna say a couple of things, right? I'm gonna say a couple of things before. Of course, Okuroku. Don't be smart. No, you've done well.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna point out few points. All right. Fixing of phones, this is very essential.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's very, very essential. And when we talk about Uber driving, not just Uber driving, every company you drop a CV or try to apply for a job, they always ask you if you have a driving license, if you know how to drive. So it's necessary you learn how to drive. Okay? And apart from that, there's something I wanted to say. You see these skills now that I'm about saying, it's very, very important. It goes out to the men. Please, when you're here, you have to respect a woman. This is a very, very important. Yeah, just give them that respect. Watch the way you talk to them, and your IT again. Go learn your IT skills. It's very important. Thank you.
All right, I guess I'll just say a few more that just dropped into my mind now about the skill. We're still in the skill process. If you can learn how to mend clothes, like tailoring, if you can mend clothes, it's very, very key. It's vital. Like, I know I have some wares, but I do not know how to stitch or do whatever to it. So now it's just abandoned, looking for the possible place. And now you can't even go and burn some things outside here. So if you can tailor, you can mend things, that's very good. Another thing also I would want to talk about is painting. I know a lot of people, they may have been skipping us, but if you can paint, that means you can get something going immediately. You come into the town. There is always a lot of people are into real estate, new buildings, house flipping. So you can just get a job just almost immediately whenever you come in. So it's very vital. If you can get that too, that's very important. So I think that's my own bit, and I would want to draw the curtain here.
Come with open mind. Come with open mind. There is endless possibilities to what you can do as far as UK is concerned. So no knowledge is lost. However, no matter how minute that knowledge is, bring it. You will need it. I call somebody to fix my kitchen tap. For the first time, I called somebody and said, oh, my kitchen tap had a problem. So the guy came, fixed the tap, and I paid £146 to change tap. After then, I went straight to the tool shop and got the tools for the similar thing. So today I fixed my own tap. DIY is key anywhere in the UK. DIY is the key. Is the key.
What's DIY, please?
Do it yourself.
Oh, okay.
Everybody, so you are going across the estate, you find people doing painting, it's their house. They are not painting for anybody because it's very expensive to pay.
They'll carry chest it down like you paint.
And saving money.
Okay guys, thank you so much for this video. It's a lot of information today. I hope you guys have watched this video to this point. If you are not subscribed to this channel yet, click the red subscribe button below and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop more videos with these lovely guys. And thank you so much for watching this video to the end. We love you guys.
Subscribe, man.
Click and subscribe.
Bye.
Learn stripper.